This is how I beat Mom, as someone with zero clue on how to play, and all in all, under 10 hours of playtime in The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. To start this run, I used a character I'd only unlocked a few runs ago, which happened to be Lazarus. A lot of people think he's worse than Isaac, but this early in the game I prefer him, since the only noticeable differences between the two are that Lazarus gets an extra life, with the only real downside being he doesn't spawn in with a bomb. For this early in the game, the lack of bombs aren't a very big deal or noticeable, but I can understand why some people don't agree further down the line. You might have missed it, but a few seconds ago I managed to pick up my first item of the run. I got super lucky with this because I managed to get Spider Shot. This is a passive item that gives me quad shot. Pointing out the obvious, it means for every tier I shoot 4 at once. This is really helpful when you consider it's pretty much 4 times damage and a very good item to get this early to help wipe out all the early rooms and bosses even quicker. For the first boss of the run I had a fairly simple fight against Larry Jr. Although almost entirely moving up and down, he still managed to catch me off guard near the start and hit me for half a heart. Nothing else really happens rest of the boss fight, it's just me moving up and down and slowly killing him. So I'll skip this forward to the end where I pick up the items he drops. And there we go, just like that, I've got another item. This time it's rotten meat, which gives me another heart container, and I fill the rest of it up with the half a heart on the ground left over from the boss. Now we're on to basement 2, starting this with 4 hearts and 2 passive items, being Spider Shot and Rotten Meat. We pretty quickly gain another item, this time we get Infestation. This spawns 1 to 3 friendly blue flies that deal damage to enemies. Basement 2's boss was, in my opinion, one of the easiest bosses in the entire game, just not one to pronounce. Monstro. This fight was mainly just dodging his 2 attacks, but they take about 2 steps to the side to do so, which makes it very easy, but it can still take some time since he moves about and jumps about a lot. It can be hard to get hit sometimes. Yet again, and like all bosses in this video, nothing really happens, so I've skipped to the end part. Monstro dropped a pentagram, which effectively buffs my damage. We have made it out of the basement alive by some miracle, which puts us into Caves 1, and right across from us is our first challenge room of the run. These are pretty easy and almost always worth going into. And in this case we got a Guppy's Tail. This gives us 1/3 of a chance of the loot that drops at the end of the room turning into a chest or a locked chest. I ran into another golden treasure room, and this one was an odd mushroom. This is also a damage buff item. I managed to find this shop and I got a key as well as a soul heart. Onto the third boss fight of the run. When fighting Monstro I said one of the easiest bosses. That's because this guy exists. Goudy has to be the easiest boss in the game, since you almost don't have to do anything other than shoot and occasionally go left or back to the middle. He did take over a minute to kill though, due to me not having much to do damage with other than the buffs and my Spider Shot. After we take him out, we can see he's dropped breakfast. This is another HP up item, so it gives us another heart container. I decided to swap a heart for Gimpy. This means every time I take damage there's a chance for a soul heart to spawn, and when killing enemies there's a smaller chance for them to drop half a heart. Now it's time for Caves 2, the last cave left this run. This level's boss is Monstro's big brother, Monstro 2. Another pretty basic boss, just different attacks, it's even easier to dodge. Did also manage to pick up a helpful item on this floor. It was an infamy mask. This gives me a 50% chance to block all projectiles. And here is our final item of this floor, which as you can see is a damage and speed boost. Now onto the final floor of this run, with the mum boss fight being at the end of this floor. Again, not much happening on this floor, but there was a 2 giant worm mini boss fight that took me quite a while to kill. I'm going to play the full clip but on 5 times speed just to show how long it actually took for me to kill them. Once that was finally done, I noticed there was an arcade down to the bottom right, so off I went to spend my life savings on gambling. And there we go, just like that we're on to the boss. I'm gonna let this play out fully at base speed and I'll be back when she's dead. And that is how I beat Mum as a brand new player. There's also an unedited video which I've linked in the description below, which contains the full run with no cuts or commentary. Thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more.
Was the end of the line for Isaac. His mother was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.